I'm going to show you one of the ways you can use your noodles to make an omelette. It is very, very easy and it has a nice and yummy taste. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that we need to add to these noodles to bring out that sweet omelette that we are talking about. So the other things needed are green peas, we need our carrots, fresh pepper and onions, 1 onion, 3 eggs because we are using about 3 noodles, so you need more eggs. Hot dog, but in terms of the hot dog, it is optional. If you have beef, you have chicken, you can add to it. But if you don't have any of all this, you can also make it like that. Vegetable oil, the noodles spice. So the first thing we will need to do is to get a bowl. Then the noodles, we'll break it into pieces. But before you do that, always make sure before you start cooking your meal, you should wash your hands very, very clean. Your hands should be clean because it is very, very hygienic. So this is it. So when you are done with the noodles, you put in enough water inside your pot. As you can see the quantity of water that I put inside the pot, and the water is almost boiled. Then you pour in your noodles. The main reason why I made the water to be much is because I'm going to drain the water off once the noodles is a bit cooked. So I'm going to leave it for a few minutes before removing it. You know, noodles does not really need a very long time to cook. It's just a few minutes. So when I'm done with that, I'll drain off the water. So I'm going to cover the pot and allow it to cook. So while waiting for the noodles, I'll get a bowl and put in water. Put in our fresh pepper. Make sure you rinse your fresh pepper very well. You get your onions and make sure you wash it also. And make sure you slice it just like the way you sliced the fresh pepper earlier. Make sure you slice the onions into tiny shapes. So when you are done with the fresh pepper and the onions, the next is to get our carrots and our green pea. But before I slice it, we'll make sure I wash it just like the way I did the fresh pepper and the onions earlier. So you make sure you slice them into tiny shapes. As for the carrot, before you cut them into cubes, you should make sure you scrape it. You scrape the body because sometimes the body normally have this sand. Even after washing it, you will still be when you're eating it, you will still be feeling some little sand. So always make sure you use your knife to scrape the carrot very well before cutting it into cubes. So I'm going to do those carrots this way before cutting all of them. So now I'm going to cut the carrot into, I'll cut it into two like this. Then for easy cutting, I'll cut it into this shape. Then you cut them into smaller shapes. So this is how you're going to cut all the carrots into this particular shape. Stop. So I'm done with the carrots. So now for the hot dog, I'm still going to cut them the way I did the other ones earlier. So I'm going to cut them into this very shape. So we are done with our cutting of the hot dog. So now let's check our noodles. Wow, it's ready. So I need to drain off the water. So now you need to get a non-stick pan and put in a little vegetable oil. So this will be okay. So we're going to pour in the fresh pepper and onions that we cut earlier. So I'm going to put in one of the noodles spice. And you stir. Pour in the carrots and the green pea. Add in your hot dog. Make sure you stir everything together. Then you leave for a few minutes so that the spice will soak with the vegetable and the hot dog that you just put in before adding your noodles. So before pouring in the noodles inside the vegetable, the noodle spice, you sprinkle it around the noodles. And try to mix and sprinkle the other one to it. Then you mix so that the spice will mix with the noodles very well. So now you pour in the noodles inside the vegetable. And you make sure you stir the vegetable and the noodles gently. You just keep stirring till you make sure the vegetable and the noodles are well mixed. This aroma is so nice. When you try these noodles, you will love it. Then beat the eggs. Now you pour the egg round the Indomie, the noodles. And make sure you spread the eggs round the noodles. And this time around, you will leave it for a few minutes. So I'm going to cover it so that it will cook. The egg will cook with the Indomie. So you make sure you use your spoon. So now let's check. You need to get a flat plate. So I'm going to turn it to the other side. So you can see how it looks. So now I'm going to place it down. And make sure it also has this golden color. So I'm going to cover it again, and make sure your heat is very low while you are doing this. So let's check and see if our noodles is ready. So I'm going to get the flat plate that I used earlier, place it inside, and you can see how it's looking. So nice. Wow, you can see this is our noodles omelette. You see how attractive it looks. Let's give a try and see how it tastes. See? I just want to have a bite and see how it looks. So nice. You need to try this meal. It is so good and nice, and the taste is super. I really appreciate the time you spent watching my videos, and please, before you leave, subscribe to my channel, press the notification bell for you to see more of my videos. Bye.